What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Back on another trade recap, and I'm gonna try to be doing these apps like daily, if I can. And yeah, like let me give you my thoughts on today, what I think's gonna happen to, continue to happen today, because I think we're gonna keep going up here if this hourly closes, and yeah, give you my thoughts. So, my dream scenario this morning was to go like this. Okay, this is my dream scenario. I would have loved the 50% of this leg. Like that would have been like the dream scenario. That would have been perfect, but we didn't get it. But it wasn't something I was super like strict about hitting. All I wanted to hit was this low inside this Fair Valley gap. Okay. As you guys know, this low inside this old Fair Valley gap is my most favorite liquidity sweep, liquidity pool like ever. Okay. Because think about it. What causes price to go up here? Buyers. So where a ton of stop loss is going to be if we're going to go higher? Here. So what price does is stops out all this dumb money buying here initially that like, maybe they're getting in here looking for this high. We stop them out and then we go up. So like I love, absolutely love sweeping these old lows inside these rally gaps to get longs. And yes, a little lower would have been nice, but it's okay. That just did not happen. Okay, so the play that I took today, interesting enough, was actually I literally just long this candle, and I got in a little early. I had a pretty tight stop loss, and I was looking for just this high. So that was kind of the play I took. And this is just one of those plays where like I know after a candle like this, and there was an SMT down here too that I think my indicator got too. Let's see. I'm pretty sure my indicator marked an SMT down here. I don't think it's going to mark it now, but at the time, my indicator marked an SMT down here. I saw this momentum. It's technically speaking, like, if we go to like the 15-second, it was like a 15-second CISD play here, right? SMT, there's a CISD here. And, I don't really like to look at the 15-second lot, but you can't deny the fact that this momentum was insane. It also like inversed this gap to the left, and then we just started blowing through every gap. So I kind of just took along. I saw we had LRLR up there, trendline liquidity. You can see how obvious this trendline liquidity was, and how obvious this like sweep was here. So I was like, okay, we're gonna go up. Then I stopped. I followed my rules. I was done for the day. I didn't really want to take anything else, and then I stopped. Okay, now what was the play of the day? It was definitely this setup right here. But first, I want to go over why this short failed here. Okay, some people are like, "Oh, but Dodgy, we just short there. Why would you, talk about this one and not this one?" On live stream, I said this short was horrible. I would never take it. And the reason was because we were still gunning towards this 15-minute high right here. And some people are like, "Oh, but there's an SMT." I don't care about SMTs. I don't want to be the guy to say it, but I hate SMTs. I almost never use them unless it goes along with my bias. And to be honest, I was bullish here. So at this point, I'm like, we're very close to this high. There's no way I'd ever take a short here unless this high hit, right? So when we death candle through here, I'm like, yeah, I don't like it. I think we go higher. We go higher, and then once we go higher and then we hit this, okay, that is when we get the A plus short, which my indicator did alert, okay? Amazing, absolutely amazing short. I mean, we were in premium. We swept the high. Okay, if you guys know my my ratings guide, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. My FVG ratings guide, an A plus example is, we're in premium, liquidity sweep, delivery from a fair value gap, momentum with no chop. We have clear targets. The FVG will be singular, and we're in premium, right? All these things, was this checklist, okay, on the A plus. So, we had our good targets. We had these engineered lows here, and then we had these engineered lows here, and then here. So that's why I rated A plus in live time. And funny enough, I didn't even take this one. I'm done for the day. I don't want to take another trade. I could have taken it, probably made more money, but that's just not how I do it. I follow my rules. Okay. And then, I'm like, okay, for us to continue down here, we need to close below this 2-minute, but we never close below the 2-minute, which is fine. So, the 5-minute close below, the 1-minute close below, every time frame close below, besides this 2-minute, close to the absolute tick. Okay, close to the tick right there. So it told me that we probably weren't going to continue to downside, just knowing that like this low took out another low. And oh, they're the SMT is. See the SMT? There's my indicator marking it. That tells me that like you know, we have a low that took out another low. It's technically protected. It's going to be hard to hit. So again, like it didn't make sense for us to go down there, even if like we inverse every time frame, or if we just inverse one time frame. And if we inverse every time frame, then yeah, we probably would have gone down there. But the 2 minute was the only one that didn't inverse. Every time frame inverse besides the 2 minute. And especially if you're going for like protected low like this, you want every time frame to inverse. Okay, that's like a, you know, that's just a given. Now, this is where I'm like, okay, I don't know what's gonna happen. We have a protected high and we have a protected low. Here's a protected low. Here's a protected high. Don't know what's gonna happen. We got this short here. This was a pretty decent short. Okay, if you took that, my indicator alert as well. And then we got this short, which wasn't even valid technically, but this is where I wasn't really liking the trade because obviously we had to protect the high and low. So I didn't really know what was going to happen here. I was just kind of waiting. We reject this rejection block, which I did a class out on my Discord the other day. Okay. Like 2 weeks ago, we rejected the rejection block. And then when we re-got this 3 minute, I'm like, okay, now we're probably going to run it because that just looked too obvious not to work. The 3 minute, I'm like, we're probably going to run this high now, which we did. I didn't take this one though either, because I'm done for the day's point. And this is where we are now. And I think that with this hourly candle closure, okay, I think that we are going to run up to this buy side by the end of the day or by Monday or Sunday open because clearly we blasted above this hourly. We have a lot of low resistance liquidity here. So I think we're just going to keep continuing up to this buy side in the afternoon. So that is my thoughts on today, my little trade recap and how I'm green today. So, yeah, I would love to buy options right now as 0 GTE and just get in, but man, if I lost and it was a Friday afternoon, I would be mad. So I'm not gonna do that, but we'll come back Monday. It was a good week this week, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.